Hi, folks. Thanks to John for his report. Thanks to Kent for his report. I gotta believe if you want to know anything about lakes or how to paint your house, Kent's your guy. Obviously, we've heard security, roads, and the lake is the most important things out here. So I'm going to talk about the security. A couple things that really come to my mind is we've actually taken a step back of what security is today and what it was previously, which was a better solution. I've been told everybody loved the security guard. Everybody used to stop there, get checked in, go to the clubhouse, play golf, get through the gates, call visitors, whatnot. I heard it was a great solution. In my mind, being in somewhat of a security business over the years in IT, that it takes 3 to 4 technologies to properly secure anything, a business, a sports park, a bank, a subdivision. I belong to a couple gated communities and the security in them is night and day compared to here. What we had previously was a manned security guard that helped out around here. Over the years we have had cameras and we've had card access and key access. So the biggest issue I have with the types of security that we're doing these days or over the last 7 years that I've been here is we have a set of cameras and they go bad and then we just replace them. We don't do strategic planning on it, and I've heard from a couple people from the subdivision, we never do strategic planning on our money. So one of the things that we want to do moving forward is strategic planning, and that is not just replacing like-type materials with like-type materials. Let's find the best products that secure this subdivision, whether it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 different technologies. It's going to all cost money. But what we got to realize is what we're doing now, we're just throwing good money after bad money. So replacing these cameras, having people sit in the office view these, don't have a relationship with the sheriff's department or the police department. We get stonewalled there, there's not enough damage, there's not enough cost, there's not enough property damage. We just get nowhere with the police department, so we need to work with companies that do have those types of relationships that we can get better cameras in here, better access, and only allow the people that live here or own here get through the gates. And that's pretty much the bottom line to the security. So security is the eyesore of all. What I politely want to let people know that security is an inconvenience, and it's intentional to be an inconvenience because it's an inconvenience to us and it's an inconvenience to the people that want to break in this place and cause trouble around here. So there's typically 3 technologies that support a great system in any place, and I'll take a bank as an example, which I worked for 25 years. There's gate cards to get in the building. There's security guards at the desk, and there's video everywhere in there. So it takes those 3 technologies. The video has 2 phases to it that we can use to make it even better. But what would be great in Raintree is what I've heard through the past is this thing was so protected and the security was so great when we had a physical guard in the guard shack. And I don't disagree. I used to come out here to a buddy of mine's house 20 years ago and you couldn't get past that guy. Had a few 4-letter words for him occasionally, but he did his job. The other is the access control. There's RFID, there's license plate readers, and that only allows the people that are registered in this subdivision to get in, whether it's a lot or a home. Personally, the allowable of 10 cards, which are portable to any property owner, is a big mistake because they can hand them off, they can give them to anybody, we get people that sell them to anybody. It's similar to what gate codes were in past years where they used to be on high school walls and whatnot, and then the beach would get flooded, and then we got a different problem. The third thing is the security cameras. One of the companies that I've interviewed has got a proposal for 13 security cameras around the subdivision that works specifically with the sheriff's department and any law enforcement in the area, and they have a relationship with them who will take on a $500 mailbox being busted or 10 of them being busted at $5,000. So that was the problem we heard when the mailboxes got busted, that they're not going to come out here. The POA can't do anything because it's on private property, and they're not going to do something for one person that's got a mailbox knocked down. The big question was, it seemed like it was people from within inside that might have let other people in with gate cards or gate codes or however they got in here.
live here?
Possibly.
They do.
They do?
I'm sorry, I have a court date with the juvenile that took out my mailbox.
Okay. Yeah, I've only heard of one court date that's,
So, I'm tired of it. I wanna know what we're doing to the people that are already in that bank or in the subdivision, who are already in here, not the ones who are coming in from the outside. They live here. And I wanna know what we're doing, and I'm sorry, but I wanna know what we're doing to those individuals that are already in here and causing the damage, causing the vandalism, and causing, you know, all the theft on the docks. You know, that's what I wanna know, and I'm sorry, and I know there's other people in here.
Well,
Because
that's-
everyone in here is a paying person. The people we need to be going after are the people that aren't paying.
well, we are going after them, and that's a whole different topic with,
It has nothing to do with cameras. I invested in my, I'm sorry, I invested in my own cameras. And that's how I partnered with the juvenile officer, had the police in here, submitted my videotapes, and now I have a court date.
and
So you
that's
know
how,
what?
unfortunately, that's how it has to go because it's on private property. The POA can't, you know, file a complaint against a person that has vandalism on private property. They flat out told us that at the office. And it's unfortunate, but the cameras do help because these cameras are gonna be positioned at 13 strategic places in the subdivision, or would be placed, and they report back to a system that is monitored 24/7 versus something happens, we gotta go back and look at a camera, we send somebody up to the office, we look for the footage, they send it out, we get a censure letter, and nothing happens with your mailbox. But we can't do nothing to get your mailbox replaced.
But they're already on camera. That's the thing. We have camera footage of these individuals.
Right, yeah, that works
So
perfect
it's not
for
necessarily
property
about getting our
owners.
mailbox
Yeah,
replaced.
not my mailbox
It's more about having something in place within the neighborhood to curb that behavior.
Well, that's what the physical security will do, the
Exactly.
roaming.
So if we have footage of a particular golf cart, it's pretty easy to find.
I don't disagree with that, but if it's just
Why can't you
something
do
driving
something about
down the
that?
street, that's a different
You can
story.
track that directly back to a family.
Right, but we can't, if it's vandalism on a house, we can't do anything as the POA. That would be like you trying to report something on
I'm not asking you to do anything through the criminal courts or anything like that. I'm asking you to do something here as a POA.
Kick them off the street.
Don't let them renew their golf carts.
I mean, if we have the video, there's things that we can do, but we're not a policing the board, so there's not a lot we can do. But the last thing I wanted to say about the, hang on, Jerry. The last thing I wanted to say about the video is there's a company called Flock, and they put a camera at the front of the subdivision, which is basically a catch-all for anybody that might slip through anything else. The security, the gate cards, and all the cameras placed around the subdivision, and that's what we're proposing.
Thank you for that.